So if you're a owner of a 2019 to 22 Ford Ranger, you will realize that your truck does not have a power source in the bed like a Tacoma, which would give you a 110 outlet, or the Maverick, which also gives you a 110 outlet. You don't even get a 12 volt source in the back here. But there is a connector down low that you can plug into. So underneath your truck here, right after the rear passenger tire, there's a plug that's located up in this corner. I've changed the plug to a different plug at this time. You can see it right here. So if you purchase the Ford bed liner, it will give you a plug-in that plugs down to that harness on the frame, which will give you a 12 volt accessory outlet. But I didn't purchase the liner, and I want to take advantage of that plug that's sitting there. So what I've done is I've gone on Amazon, I've ordered a 12 volt socket. So I've taken this socket and I've modified it slightly because this actually doesn't fit into the square hole. So as you can see, the holes there, and this doesn't fit. So once you take the socket and modify it slightly, I've taken it down on each end here so it fits in the square hole, and I've also added, I believe, 32 inches of wiring and a weather connector with the rubber seal on the end. And once it's all together, you can just grab the harness, stick it in the hole, and just slide it all the way in. Now, I haven't decided if I'm going to drill holes, so I just have double-sided tape on either end. But if you make the socket tight enough, it pretty much just locks in there. So now you have a 12 volt outlet in your box that almost looks factory. And then you can grab your harness. I also used the factory clip retainer that held the original plug, so you can just put it back in the same spot so it holds it in the right place. And I also changed this end so it matches. Then you can plug it back in, and it's watertight. Everything's soldered and heat shrinked. So this outlet is not on when the ignition is off. So right now it's not providing any power if I was to plug this connector, this 12 volt accessory connector in. And now that the vehicle's running, I'm going to plug this in. Now it's plugged into the socket outlet, and if you look at my Jackery, it is charging at 83 watts. So total cost for this little installation of the 12 volt accessory, I believe the two 12 volt sockets cost me about $12 on Amazon. Some extra wire that I had laying around, electrical tape, some, I guess you call it harness cover, or I'm not sure what it's called right now, electrical tape, and some heat shrink. Mostly your time, about $20 to make the harness. You know, it's a little bit of work to grind it down, make it fit properly, but it's a lot cheaper than buying the kit that I've seen on YouTube and on the web for about $80 that gives you a USB plug. And I think the 12 volt accessory gives you more options.